This is the ad that CNN television will not run.
Why do the health insurance companies and Republicans want to kill President Obama's health insurance reform? Because they like things the way they are now. Ed Hanway, CEO of insurance giant Cigna, makes $12.2 million a year. That's $5,883 an hour. Ed makes more in one day than the average worker makes all year long. Now Ed's retiring with a $73 million golden parachute. The Republican prescription for the health insurance crisis? Be as rich as Ed. You'll be happy too.
73 million, not 27 million. My bad. This vampire, Ed, makes more in one day than the average American worker makes in a year. Now, can somebody explain that to me? You little right-wing pissants that listen to this program in the darkness so nobody will know. Do you have an answer to that? Huh? I know you're not going to challenge it because your brains have been sucked out and replaced with sawdust, but let's just think for a moment. How do you feel knowing that you're being denied desperately needed medical care? And if you're not now, you eventually will be, Bubba. You're being denied medical insurance so that this son of a bitch can make more in a day than you make in a year. And yet you listen to the killers, the people who are destroying America, and you support them. And my question is simple. Why? Why do you do this? What do you gain taking your goddamn toy guns to a presidential speech on health care? What do you gain, you little cowardly punk? What do you gain? Jesus Christ, I have guns. I have big guns and little guns. I really do. I'm Mike Malloy. I'm a fully armed liberal, but I have enough goddamn sense not to take a gun to a rally where a president, any president, is speaking. I don't take my gun into a church. Of course, I don't go to a church. I don't take my gun on school grounds. I don't take it to a state park. I do take it some places, though, because you people freak me out. You right-wingers. You scare me to death. Your ignorance and your hatred scare me to death. I am terrified of you, and I'm not afraid of anything. I'm not, except you. That's the only thing I fear. I don't fear anything, not death, not anything. But I fear you. And that's because the one thing I do fear is crazy. I fear crazy. And every one of you are just out of your goddamn minds. You just continue to do everything you can against your own interests. Why? That's the only question I've ever had for you people. Why? Why do you do that? What do you hope to gain? You gain nothing. There's only one group that gains, and that's that upper 0.1%, the oligarchs, the people like Glenn Beck and Sean Hannity and Rush Limbaugh. They're the only ones that gain. You poor, miserable son of a bitch, you are just fodder for them. If you die tomorrow choking on your own vomit, do you think they'll care? If you go to one of these so-called rallies and all of a sudden have a heart attack because you're screaming out your venom and hate, do you think Glenn Beck or Rush Limbaugh will give a tinker's damn about you? You're nothing. You don't exist. They play with you for sport. Oh, my God, don't you see that? No, you don't. Okay. That's the part that I just don't get it. Hatred and belligerence and willful ignorance. Okay. Part of the human condition. But a deep-seated, apparently, wish to murder your own country? What is wrong with you? You want fascism? You really do believe these people that poison the airwaves in this country every day from sunup till sundown across the fruited plain, as this filthy drug addict says, every day, border to border, coast to coast? Do you really, really want what he's got to deliver? What do you think he's delivering to you? Oh, my God! Hatred and poison and ignorance and stupidity and your own goddamn death. That's what he hands you. He being every one of these people, that's what they hand you every single day. Every day. Because it's a zero-sum game with them. In order for them to live, they need to eat you. You need to die. For them to live, you need to die. Don't you get it? That's how fascism works. Jesus Christ, you have example after example after example in recent history. Please open your eyes and look at it. For them to live, you have to die. Sometimes literally and sometimes figuratively. But you must die for them to live. You don't get that?